That's okay, mate. No worries. Welcome everybody to rounds 3 and 4 of the Touring Cars League on Project Cars 2. Here we are at Silverstone International. And Tubbster gets himself a grid place penalty straight off the bat. He's not going to be happy with that. The number 55 and 56 liveries go around together. Not strictly teammates, but I guess they are livery teammates. Yeah, that's not the start you wanted, Tubbs. Phil's trying to warm up the tyres there. I think that's Phil. Yep. Heavy police action tonight here. How do you stop that noise when you selected green? Oh, I suppose I wouldn't normally have it if I was the just a broadcaster. Dave's gone for a bit of an off track. Stay on board with Dave then for his qualifying lap. Those sounds down a little bit. McLaren 44 wants 55 for the win. And turning quite early there. I think that's going to be an off track. Might not have been. Might have got away with it. That's so odd. His car light turns so much and then his hands come around. Did he get that? So 109.262 from Yokomo, Meb with a 110.7. ERG Phil goes in second with a 109.7. That lap from Dave must have been invalidated, I would say, from that. Let's see what CPC is going to put in. Tubbs goes and puts a 110.1 in. We've got a new fastest lap with a 109. Excuse me. 0.2 from average Sharpie. That's a great lap. Look at that, just 0.062 between them, and CPC is going to smash it with a 108.129. Great lap. So now we're going to be looking, I would say then, at either Dave or BRG Phil to maybe replicate that 108. On board with Kieran though, in the beautiful Momo livery number 2. Matt's there. He's not saying nothing. He's there. The OTL Glorious Leader is in the building. He's keeping stum. So, Sharpie's also going to put in a 108.568, so he's just under half a second off CPC Dem's time. We've got OTL Dave Alex has put in a 108.852. Does Kieran go any faster? I don't think he does go any faster. So Dave's just caught up in some, well, I wouldn't say traffic because that's Phil in front of him, so He's probably just gaining a nice little decent draft off this, I would imagine. There's 5 seconds to go. These guys will get one more lap. Yeah, everyone passing the line then, so they'll all get one more lap. As Phil goes monstrously wide. He'll be backing out of that one. Dave's putting a 108.351 on that last lap, so he takes it down to 0.2 of a second. So we've got CPC down in first at the moment with a 108.1. Dave with a 108.351. Average Sharpie with a 108.5. Yokomo Kid with a 108.842. BRG Phil with a 109.214. VFast with a 109.5. Tubster with a 109.5. We got Albert with a 109.9. That's a good lap from Albert there. Mev with a 109.9. Ozboz with a 110.8. Kieran with a 111.2. And Aaron Taylor must be struggling, didn't get a lap in that would be representative of his pace with a 113.7. The race will be starting any second now. Well, imagine about 2 minutes, but yeah, so here we go. Pole position, CPC Dem with a 108.1. OTL Dave Alex 4 with a 108.3. Average Sharpie with a 108.568. And then you've got Yokomo Kid, Phil 77 RPR, VFast 2, CXR Tubster, Albert 23, Mev, Ozboz, Kieran W71, and Aaron Taylor 11 rounding out with the 12 cars on the grid. So everyone gets a little bit of a chance to just ready up and do what you need to do. There's not really much time. It's not like you can just run off and have a smoke or go to the toilet or something. So, who have we got in? We've got Sharpie in a BMW. And we've got Yokomo Kid in a BMW as well. Where's the camera going? Oh, I know what the problem was last week. That's why it kept on cutting to that. I need to turn that off. That's good to know. I was wondering why it was doing that last week. So Amber away, and the camera. What is the camera doing? So it looks like Dave's got a great start. He's going to have the inside line on CPC Dem, but he's not managed to get there in time. Yokomo has got a good start as well. Sharpie has lost out to BRG Phil in those first few corners. Probably didn't get off the line very well. Mev's just gone for some kind of move, but I think he's overshot it. Tried not to cause any damage. So on board with VFast as average Sharpie goes a little bit wide, sends all the cones flying. Don't need those cones anyway. They were only getting in the way. So some good battles then ensuing. Hopefully CPC Dem doesn't get a 50-second penalty like last week. That was a little bit mental. Car 55. Who is in car 55? Mev. Mev is in car 55. It is a nice livery, that actually. Yeah, so these three, who I thought would be fighting out the top three, now grouping together nicely. Just over 18 minutes to go in the race. So hopefully there should be some nice action going on here. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the other times as well, because I'm trying to give everyone a bit of time, especially if they're going for overtakes, as Dave looks on the inside. That's what I do. Just give them a little. Yep, I'm gonna try and take this here and then back out of it. Let me just take off that keybind because that is annoying. That. Get rid of that. Now, if I press that, excellent. There we go. The nice cameras. So it's just defended CPC dem as defend. I don't know what is going on. Didn't look very good. Oh, they've all survived though. Looked like Dave just got caught in the back of CPC dem's rear bumper there, so lost a little bit of time. Bit of a lock up there coming into the final corner of the lap. Let's flick back with Yokomo because he's putting a bit of pressure now on Average Sharpie. We lost someone from the race. I thought there was 12. Yeah, we have lost Aaron from the race. Where's Aaron gone? Hey Matt, you good? Let's have a little snake through because these guys are all really relatively close at the moment. We've got Tubster coming up to the back of Mev. So we've got the 55 and 20 car fighting out. Kieran is right on the back of Ozboz. Is Ozboz? Oh no, there he is. It's quite an open circuit, so hopefully shouldn't have too many problems. As Kieran overtakes Oz there, probably got to slow down, I would imagine, on the last corner. And Mav's the only person with a penalty at the moment. We're back on board at the front. Let's see what that penalty was. 2 seconds. So at the moment, Mev's going to lose that place to Tubster, but he's going to be okay from Albert, I believe, if it stays the same way. There's just another 15 minutes to go. No, different mic. I have upgraded my shizzle. So BRG Phil has now got a penalty as well, only a 1 second. Yeah, I've I upgraded to one of the blue snowball microphones, and now everything is clear. Sounds good. I even watched my own stream back last night, and I was like, "Wow, it actually sounds pretty good." Just like the microphone, the levels are actually. The levels make a bit more sense as Dave goes around, tries to go around the outside on CPC Dem. Side by side action. I think Dave's going to have the inside line for this corner, so. Cheers for the 500, cheers, man. I did wonder where you gone. I was like, I swear there was 12 that started this race, and I'm going through it, and I'm trying to work it out. It's so difficult when there's so many names. And I was like, yep, Aaron has gone missing. I thought you'd gone off to do whatever you said you were going to do before. I thought, it's alright, he'll be back in 2 minutes. Cheers for the 500, cheers man. Really appreciate it. Oh shit, what did happen to BRG Phil? Because, oh, one of his car is a little bit messed up, and he does have some... So Dave has now got a 2-second penalty. He didn't want to give that up after he'd taken the lead. That's not going to help him if CPC Dem sticks to the back of him for the next 12 minutes. On board with Mev as he's closing up with Tubster, as Tubster's managed to get round Mev, I think, at the moment. BRG Phil is closing up to the back of Alba. Yeah, that's a bit odd. I want the gaps. Why does he not tell me gaps? I don't... If I press splits, it doesn't do nothing. Excellent. Standings. No, doesn't do that either. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of... I always like to see the actual gap between the drivers, not the gap from first position, because that's no good if someone's 25 seconds off. Like, it makes no sense. But anyway, these guys are fine now. We've got BRG Phil and Albert. You are right, McLaren. We have, yeah, we probably first position is gone now. Actually, CPC Dem has just made a mistake, so he's now breaching up to that 2-second gap that he needs to maintain to still hold out to get the first place. After his disappointment round last week, he got a lot of penalties and wasn't able to finish the race. So. Probably off tracks. If you get an off track and you don't give it back in time, it will give you a penalty. So VFast has just picked himself up a 1-second penalty. Yokomo is closing on the back of VFast now, but he will get that position if he maintains no penalties himself. Hey Lex, you good? So Phil's managed to get around Alba now, as Alba's trying to draw that time back up again. Let's go back on board with these two guys, because these guys are having a proper little scrap. Ozboz and Kieran. You'd have to have video proof of it. I don't mind taking like appeals to penalties and stuff like that, but you would literally have video. You'd have to have video proof to it. Just on the basis of I've played this game a lot, and it's not very fair, I would say, with the track penalties. But everyone's in the same boat. As Ozboz goes a little bit wide into there. Here's me taking it Mr. Serious. Go on board with Sharpie then. So Sharpie's now starting to put a bit of pressure on CPC Dem, who has also picked up a penalty. It's only a 1 second penalty, but that is going to drop him back into 3rd position if Average Sharpie can hold on to his tail. We've got Yokomo Kid as well, starting to catch up again with V-Fast. Oh, Dave must have had a problem because he has dropped back again considerably into 2nd and 3rd. But he's got the 2 second penalty. This is difficult to work out now. So what is he behind? So therefore at the moment, Average Sharpie is going to win this race. If this stays the way it is for the next 7 minutes, with these guys so close, Average Sharpie will win the race by default just based on no penalties. Everyone new, if you are watching, thank you for joining. I hope you're enjoying the race. You guys are putting on a good show so far, especially these 3 in front. Well, actually everyone is. There's been battles throughout. So Sharpie kicks out the back end of that rear wheel drive BMW. Yeah, the difference there is the BMW won't turn in as well as the front wheel drive cars will, so he will start to look like he's going a little bit wide, but I mean he hasn't picked up on any penalties, so you'd have to say he's not been going as wide as he probably could. Check these penalties, he still doesn't have a penalty, so that is good, but let's go back on board with Yokomo as he's trying to close up when the gap's just gone again. If that was the way it worked, how good would that be? It's like getting sent off in the World Cup final, but then not being able to play for Manchester United. Big lock up there from CPC Dem. So Average Sharpie needs to push a little bit harder. He needs to be under 2 seconds away from Dave to clinch the victory. He's got just under 5 minutes to do it, so there's still time to get that. But I mean, we all know Dave is a fast competitor, but he does go under the 2 seconds. But now he's back up. He's back down. I guess that's just the BMW performs a little bit better in some corners than the Megane, because now he's just lost the time up again. So as he goes a little bit wide there and loses the back end again. Yokomo Kid gonna be able to make any passing move on here now, because they're both BMWs, so they're both gonna have the same speed down the straight, apart from obviously Yokomo's got that little bit of a draft action. He's taking it down to 1.5 seconds now, so Sharpie is looking good. Just needs four minutes of solid driving, and hopefully he'll maintain that to Dave's dismay up in front. Sharpie's maintaining that 1.5 second gap at the moment, so he is doing really well. Still a battle for 10th and 11th going on. As Kieran's made a little bit of a mistake there and lost the time, unfortunately. So Yokomo's still going to try and stick onto the back of V-Fast. I would say that gap is marginally smaller than it was the last time they went round. As average Sharpie goes 1.2 seconds, I just saw there from the leader. He's almost guaranteeing his lap win, or his race win here. So we're looking to put another night of racing on, and we are thinking of doing some, I'm going to say MX5s on iRacing, and possibly on a Thursday evening. That's my free night, and I think I'm going to give it up to do some racing, or some streaming and commentating anyway. I probably won't race in the MX5, so I don't really like the MX5 myself personally, but that's just me. So 2 minutes to go. That battle behind is actually starting to brew up a little bit. I think they've got mighty close now. So is Yokomo going to make a move down this straight? V-Fast has pulled over to the inside. He wants to defend the corner. Yeah, to be honest, that is, when the Audi TC comes out, we will be doing touring cars. Touring cars on iRacing is going to be mentally good fun. As Yokomo has made that move there, there was a slight little touch, but this is touring cars. So you can't have touring cars without touching. It's like football without tackles. It's like rugby without tackling. Boxing without contact. How does that even happen? So let's cut back to this battle. Sharpie is still holding that 1.5 second lead, which he needs. There's under a minute to go now, so there's going to be one more lap after this one. BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, or are we talking about Big Black Hawks? That's not rugby. Anyway, we're on to the final lap now, as these guys go over the line with 15 seconds left to go, so this will be the end of the race. CPC Dem goes a little bit wide. Average Sharpie needs to still maintain this gap for this last lap, and Dave needs to put in a stonker. Let's see where V-Fast is as well, because V-Fast was right on the tail of Yokomo after Yokomo made that pass 2 laps ago. Yokomo's gone a little bit wide there, but I think that was probably to defend the actual corner for the next part of the corner. And Sharpie's still holding on with a 1.5 second gap. It's only a 1 second penalty at the moment. As Dave takes the final 2 corners, and that gap, it's okay. The gap is good. The gap is good. Dave goes over the line. CPC Dem in second, and average Sharpie third. But Sharpie then obviously goes into first because of the penalty. So well done, Sharpie, with a 108.9 on his final lap as well. So that's a bit of a beastly time. So well done to these guys, because they were all putting in solid laps. Looks like Yokomo must have got a we'll take a look at the donuts, obviously, but it looks like Yokomo must have got a time penalty towards the end. Let's see if anyone else is still yet to come over the line. So we got Albert crossing the line in 9th position, and no penalties for Albert. Is Kieran... Whoa, this is a bit of action. Is Kieran going to be able to get the inside here? He does have a penalty, but I'm not sure. I think both of these guys have got penalties. Well done, guys. Good racing there to the end. So it looks like 3 or 4 people, 3 people did not manage to get any penalties. It's difficult. It's difficult going because for me, I wish it told you how much time you had to give back, so therefore you could actually give that much time back and see a visual representation of what you need to do, rather than it just saying, "Oh, you need to give the time back." But how much? Like, let me know. Can I wait till the straight? Can I not wait till the straight? Do I need to wait for do it on the corner? Where do you need to do it? Just give us information, and that way the driver can make the actual choice. But anyway, so here we go with the classified results. We've got Average Sharpie in first. Well done to Sharpie. OTL Dave Alex 4 in second. CPC Dem in third. Clicked on it by accident. VFast 2 in fourth. Yokomo Kid in fifth. CXR Tubster in sixth. Go CXR. Mev in seventh. 8th for BRG Phil 77 RPR. 9th for Alba 23. 10th for Osbos 02. 11th for Kieran W71, with Aaron Taylor unfortunately not clicking the button in time. Let's save the replay. Let's go back. That was a good battle though, Kieran, at the end. Caught you a few times on stream, having a nice little battle with Osbos. So we will be back in 5 minutes, guys. So I'm just going to go and do exactly what I said to everyone on stream. So here we are then for round 4, the CXR Touring Cars League on Project Cars 2. Let me see if we can get a better camera angle of Mev going out of the pits. And I've got Kieran just behind him. Tubster's now out of the pits. Down on board with Mev then. New driver to the league. Hope everyone's groovy after our little intermission. So we have 3 drivers who are unable to qualify for the next race. We've got Dave Alex, OTL Dave Alex 4, and Average Sharpie can't pit, and CPC Dem, can't qualify, and CPC Dem can't qualify either. The joys of finishing in the top 3 in the first race. I don't think Mav's a fan of the circuit. I'm not sure how you can not be a fan of Silverstone. Got the hiccups. Not good. Need to breathe in for a sec. I'm sure you'll smash it, Dave. What sort of times going for this second round of qualifying then? So we had, what was it, 108 or was it 107? I think it was 108 was the fastest lap times from the last one. So Meb puts in a 109.929. Toaster with a 108.991. BRG Phil with a 108.7. Yokomo Kid with a 108.6. As Oz comes across the line, what is he going to put in? A 111.333. As VFast takes himself into third with a 108.886. Aaron's on a 111.911. Doesn't normally pro budget cars, so like can't expect him to be as rapid as he is on iRacing. Yeah, gotta love the Rosas. Think about summer, I can't really close my windows, it's too hot. We need some air conditioning up in this bitch. So Yokomo has now put himself on pole with a 108.6. BRG Phil with a 108.7. Look at how close that is. Yokomo's just gone. Has he gone slightly faster? Or did that chat time just change for no reason? I have no idea. See what sort of time Kieran's going to put in then. He's the only one left to put in a time. Just the 48 seconds left to go in the qualifying session. We only do 5 minutes. We run it to be quick. Do a few laps and then go on to the race because you spend all day qualifying if you wanted to. Someone has gone way wide off the track there, I think. Maybe they're just gone. Maybe they saw a burger stall. Who knows? Oh, I wish I got aircon. Phew, that would be. Yeah. Sat here with a drummer's fan, which is huge and loud. 3 windows wide open. I'm still sweating my arse off. So there's qualifying complete. Kieran's not going to get to put in another lap. Where does he go? So Kieran puts himself in 7th. Nice little respectable lap there from Kieran. The 111.3. He was saying he was putting in 111, so he has done well. BRG Phil has managed to put himself on pole position with a 108.455. I think on his last lap. Yep. I think that was the last lap for Yokomo Kid as well, if I'm not correct. So he will be starting in P2. Everyone else, I think, is to the point of. Aaron has gone with a custom livery, even though he has selected a livery. It looks like Yokomo's still on his lap then, because yeah, he's still going for it. So. So what does the number 80 BMW put in? Oh, it's not going to be. Yeah, he's going to try and he's going to try and put the car on its side. So I don't think it was going to be anything faster. So there we go. We got BRG Phil 77 RPR on pole position with a 108.455. Yokomo Kid in second with a 108.632. A VFast in third with a 108.886. Then we got CXR Tubster, Mev Alva 23, Kieran W71, Osbos 02, Aaron Taylor 11 in 9th, and then we got the 3 from the first race, CPC Dem, Average Sharpie, and Dave Alex starting from the back. Good man, you look like you were on a good lap. Absolute sacrilege. I've just really realised something. Hang on 1 second. And away we go as the camera is shit again. What is going on with the starting cameras at Silverstone? It starts filming the grandstands. Anyway, so few fastest got a semi-okay start, but it looks like Mev has managed to squeeze his way into third. Let's stay on board with Mev then. New driver, so check out his skills. As Osbos has had a bit of an issue. Get rid of those cones, we don't need them. Don't we all? Right, we've got a little bit of rubbing his racing here. We've got CPC Dem and Dave Alex trying to get themselves through. 3 wide into the last corner. Always going to be difficult. Yokomo Kids putting some pressure on BRG Phil RPR for the front, or for first place in the race. So close. He might have the inside line going into the Maggots and Beckett's corners. Although it's not technically Maggots and Beckett's because I guess it's half taken out. But anyway. So Mev tries to go up the inside. Not sure that's going to work. You still got Tubster and VFast trying to hunt it out as well. Go on board with Tubster because we could probably still see everyone from this shot. Oh, a little bit of action going on here. We got so Dave Alex has just managed to overtake Albert, but also Sharpie's got around the other side. Don't need that board, forget that board, it's all good. So 3 laps in now and everyone is still really bunched up together, as there's been a bit of a spin. I wish I could rewind and see that. So Mev puts himself up in the lead. Got BRG Phil in second. Little flash of the lights there for Mev. I think Phil's going to set the inside here nice and comfortably, but is Mev going to get the cutback? Phil's going to still defend the inside line here, and I think he's going to take it. Yeah, he is. I hope Mev's not going to lose the back end there. I thought he was going to lose the back end and spin round then. So let's cut back to this secondary battle we've got going on between Dave, Tubster, Albert and Osbos. CPC has just got the outside line, I think, around Aaron Taylor. They both break into this corner. Great driving by both guys, actually giving each other a nice bit of respect. Go back up to the front again because I think Yokomo is putting a move in now on Phil RPR. I'm not sure he's going to get it there because Phil's going to defend that corner. Sharpie's trying to make a move here on Mev as well. Action everywhere. So BRG Phil is now having to defend the first flat out fast corner. Is it flat out on these? I would imagine it would be. No, it's not. It's not. Maybe gives Yokomo a little bit of a nudge there, but sometimes it can catch you around mid-corner when the driver in front of you starts to brake a little bit more than they would normally do. As Avi Sharpie goes for a whip around the outside, as Dave gets on the outside as well. Mev's been I was gonna say bully, but I'm not sure it is. It's not really bullied, if you know what I mean, because it's racing at the end of the day. Exactly that. If you're not swapping paint, you're not racing. On board with Mev then. Is he losing any time to Dave? Looks like he's holding pace at the moment, so that's looking good. As we go to this battle, it was just brewing around the last corner. Aaron's going to defend the corner as I would expect him to. And only Alba with a penalty so far, 1 second penalty. CPC Dem is going to find it very difficult to get past Aaron here because Aaron's very school on the way of driving. So you see the way he's holding, he's going to hold all the way to the inside line now, which really gives CPC Dem almost nowhere to go around the corner. Even though VFast has just managed to almost try and sail his way around both of them. Exactly, they'll all start getting pens one after the one. So VFast has made that move stick as Aaron was trying to defend the corner from CPC Dem. He's given them the space on the outside. It's all nice and fair racing, so. But Alba's putting some pressure on Tubbs now. It's a good little position for Alba to be in. Less than a second away from the race 1 leader as the race 1 leader locks up into turn 3. Alright, Neil. This is pure racing. Aaron's been doing well, he's been doing well at defending anyway. Let's go back to this little battle. Nice little 6-car battle that's brewing here. Aaron's going to go on the defensive again. He does not want CPC Dem to overtake him. Is CPC Dem going to get the outside line here? He's going to go quite wide. He's probably going to get some dirt on his tyres. His Yokomo tries the inside line around Phil. I can't hear anything because of the fucking sirens. We've got a nice little three-way battle. I think Dave just tapped it into the back of Yokomo. No one's got it's only visual damage, so no one's ever going to take any damage. It is Tory cars, so you do expect a little bit of tapping every now and then because these cars are so similar paced. It's going to be very difficult to get through a whole entire race with nobody touching anybody else. Is it going to go 3 wide into the second 2 turns? No, Yokomo has backed out of it slightly. Dave's managed to get himself into second. He's going to put some pressure now on Phil RPR. So everyone has got away with having no penalties so far, apart from Albert and VFast both picking up a 1 second penalty. Look at this battle at the back as well. Jesus Christ. CPC Dem takes himself into. He wasn't. Now he's back and forth, back and forth. You can't complain too much about that. He's Mev's locked up. CPC Dem manages to the inside because of a little unforced error there from Mev. As Dave tries to take the lead from BRG Phil RPR, we're gonna have Yokomo Kid trying to also force his, well, not force his way through, but you know what I mean. Phil's gonna feel quite ganged up on here. We've got 4 all fighting for the lead position here. Great racing, side by side action. As Yokomo takes the dive on the inside, is he gonna manage to make it stick? He is. What has happened to Phil RPR? That not for the second race in a row. He's had a problem. Oh, what has happened there? BRG is slipping back. What has happened there? He had some kind of Windows update in race 1 which just forced him off the Project Car screen and onto his Windows screen, so... not a good night for Phil then. So, Yokomo is now in the lead. Sharpie is in the lead. We've got 3 wide going into the last 3 corners. Dave's in second. Sharpie's in second. Dave's in first. What is going on? Great racing, guys. Tubbs just lurking. He's just sitting there thinking, well, if these guys take each other off, I'm going to sit there and take the first. I'm not going to complain. Side by side with Yokomo and Average Sharpie into the first corner. Tubster is still lurking. He's just sitting there thinking, yeah, anything could happen. I could grab myself a podium position here quite easily. There's still 8 minutes to go in the race as well, so anything could happen. Sharpie, what happened to Sharpie there? Has he defended his position? What? Tubster's still good? Everyone's still good. We're all good. And Alba in 5th as well. Good drive by Albert. Just needs to maintain his pace where he is, because I don't think he's going to drop any positions. So he's only got a 1-second penalty so far. As Aaron Taylor's also picked himself up a 1-second penalty. And let's have a look at Osbos. Osbos also with a 1-second penalty. So Dave has now pushed himself into first with a 1.7 second lead, and Tubster is just waiting for these 2 BMWs to make a single mistake, and he's going to slip by and go, thank you very much. Yokomo's gone a little bit wide. Is he going to get a slowdown? He is going to get a slowdown. He has slowed down. Still defends the corner. You should do that. Don't never just completely back out. If you can defend the corner whilst taking a slowdown, you should do. So Sharpie's going to get a little bit of a run off Yokomo here. Tubster needs to stay behind him. You need to move over, Tubster. Get that draft. Go back with the battle with... So VFast and BRG Phil are now closing on CPC Demo. He's managed to get himself into 6th from starting near the back. With Tubbs then, as he's trying to put this pressure on Yokomo to snatch himself the 3rd podium position, which I thought he was going to do there. It looked like Yokomo just gone a little bit too wide. It's very wide there from CPC Dem. Almost took the other track. Have a look at this little bow with Phil's bumper swaying back and forth. Looks like VFast has had a bit of a off there. He's managed to survive though, not crash into any walls. Kieran and Oz seem to be having some decent battles throughout so far, as Osborne goes a little bit wide. Commentator's curse there, I guess. Is Kieran going to be able to hang it around the outside? I think he is. So Kieran gets that move done and he's into 11th. So the accident that Tubbs was hoping was going to happen, I guess, then hasn't actually happened out for him. So he's going to have to sit there and fourth and try and make something happen within the next 3.5 minutes of this race. Switch back to these guys because I think this has got a little bit closer. Mev has no pens. Mev is pen free, but he is what, 2.5 seconds off Aaron at the moment. So unless Aaron has, Aaron has the 3-second penalty, so Mev has the opportunity to actually go up slightly as Phil gets a little bit out of shape there. Coming around the corner onto the fast long straight. Aaron's car is looking pristinely white. Kieran's lost that position back to Ozboz. Oh, do you mean like Tubbs? Actually, Yokomo now has a 1-second penalty. So as long as Tubbs can keep that 1 second gap, which it is literally 1 second at the moment. I'm not sure that Dave and Sharpie are going to get any pens now, because normally you only get pens when you're really pushing behind someone. I never have pens when I'm just driving around by myself. Yeah, it does seem to just be 1 second. Oh, it's under a second now. It's 8/10 of a second, 9/10 of a second. To stay where he is, he's going to grab himself a podium. Let's go back to BRG Phil, closing down on CPC then. Phil's managed to get himself past Alba now, because Alba was running 5th for quite a while. Aaron's not really on the back, so this battle between Kieran and Ozboz has been pretty much going the whole entire time. I'm sure Kieran's going to be happy about that, because he'll admit himself, he's not one of the fastest drivers, but he loves it. So turns up every week without fail, wants to race, doesn't care what he races, doesn't care like where he finishes, just wants to race. And that's the attitude I guess we're all kind of looking for in these kind of groups. So let's see what the gap is now. It's just under that second marker that he needs to hold out for. Oh, and Tubbs managed to get himself a 2-second penalty, so that is... Yeah, he's been pushing too hard, I imagine. and he's yeah, he's not going to be able to get that anymore. So how far is CPC demo? CPC demo's a good, what, 6 seconds off Tubster, so that's not going to make any difference to him. BRG Phil does have a time penalty, so even if he gets around CPC, he's not going to do anything because Dave is coming around to finish the race in first. We'll switch back between the added battles that are still going on. Someone might pick themselves up a penalty towards the end. Well done, Dave. Takes the win from the back. We've got Sharpie finishing in second. Was first in the first race. Yokomo Kid in third. Tubbs in fourth. Well done, Tubbs. Looks like CPC, Dem and BLG are going to go across the line pretty much together, but CPC didn't have any penalties, whereas BLG Phil did. Someone's lost a bumper. VFast is over the line. Mev and Aaron are over the line, but Aaron's penalties is put him behind Mev, so he finishes 9th. Mev in 8th. Where is Albert? I don't know where Albert is. Alright, he must have already crossed the line. So we got Ozboz finishing in 11th and Kieran finishing in 12th. Good racing, guys. So there we go. Classified results are as followed. OTL Dave Alex 4 in first. Best lap of a 1:08.464. Average Sharpie in second. Yokomo Kid finishes in third. CXR Tubster in fourth. CPC Dem in fifth. BRG Phil 77 RPR in sixth. VFast 2 in seventh. Mev in eighth. Aaron Taylor 11th in 9th. Albert 23 in 10th, which is a shame. He was running in 5th for a long time there. A bit unfortunate, he slipped back 5 places back to 10th. So 11th for Kieran W71 and Ozboz02 for 12th. Those two had a really good fight towards the end. They've been putting in pretty similar times as well. I think it's just the penalty there. So Albert got an 8-second penalty towards the end of the race, I would imagine, and that's what's dropped him behind to 10th from, I would say, 7th. So some good racing there. We are, where are we next week? Let me just check that out. Leagues, touring cars, calendar. So next week we are at Monza GP around 5 and 6 on Wednesday the 10th of July. So cheers everyone for racing, cheers everyone for watching as well, cheers for the cheers for their support, cheers for their chatting. Just chatting is good. And we will see you next time, which will be Monday for our CXR GT iRacing League, and I believe we are at Hockenheim GP. I have to race with my TX wheel because my Fanatec wheel is going for repair, even though it's sat right next to me, and I kind of almost don't want to send it back until next Tuesday now, just so that I have something decent to race with. You know, there's nothing wrong with the TX, it's just so weird when you go back and you don't really have the same feeling. But, anyway, that's another story. That's another story for another night. So cheers guys, we'll see you on Monday, unless I'm streaming over the weekend, which I may do. Who knows? Who knows? Cheers guys, catch you later.